Today I fucked up by making my grandma think I died while masturbating. Because of certain circumstances, I've been doing online college while living with my grandma. It's honestly been so fun. She's amazing and even helped me dye my hair bright red last week. This plays an important role in the story. Usually to relieve stress, I pet the kitty. I didn't bring any toys with me, so I had to improvise. I resorted to a method that I've been doing long before I bought my first toy, the bathtub faucet. Basically, you position your body beneath the faucet and let the water hit your clit. It works wonders. Ladies, I would have highly recommended this if it weren't for today. So tonight, I told my gran I'm taking a bath. I double checked to make sure the door was locked and went to town. I guess because of the water being close to my ears, I couldn't hear my grandma. Unbeknownst to me, my grandma had a key to the bathroom. She got worried I wasn't responding and decided to check on me. She opened the door and started screaming, which resulted in me screaming back. Apparently, my hair color started to run and made it look like I was in a pool of blood. My grandma freaked out, ran towards me and started shaking me. I had to reassure her that I'm completely okay. I made up a lie saying I put conditioner in my hair and had to let it soak in the tub. She seemed pretty shaken up and had to take a pill to calm down. I'm currently writing this while sitting next to her. I feel so terrible for scaring this poor, old woman. I never found out what she wanted originally. On top of that, I didn't even get to orgasm. I added a pic to show what the scene looked like. Pic, edit. Wow, I honestly didn't expect this to get a lot of attention or awards. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed the drawing. I'm now dropping out of university to pursue a career as an artist. Thank you for being amused by my embarrassment. Grandma is doing very well today. I found out that she originally wanted to know what kind of pie I wanted, apple or banana. Edit 2. No, she didn't make pie. Too long didn't read. I didn't hear my grandma calling me while I was masturbating. My grandma opened the bathroom and thought I was dead because I was laying down in the bathtub with my legs up and my red hair made the water look like blood. That drawing is low-key terrifying. Sort of like a. This was drawn by Sandy, age 7, about the woman she supposedly keeps seeing in her bathtub. She died while masturbating and now she moans eternally in a pool of red. That's the best pic I have seen in a long time. The doodle is what carries this story above and beyond. I like the way Grandma is so shocked she doesn't even have a face left. The fact that you took the time to even draw a pic makes this post 10 times better. I thought the photo was going to be an after shot of the actual tub with all the red dye in it. That was a great visual drawing nonetheless, smiley face. Today I fucked up by taking a customer's $100 bill, scribbling all over it, and handing it back to him. I work in a phone store, and with it being the holiday season, my manager told us to be extra careful to check every bill we receive that's over $10 in case it's counterfeit. Customer comes in to pay his phone bill and hands me a $100 bill, so I grabbed the counterfeit checker pen to ensure the bill is real. The ink is supposed to be transparent when you draw on a bill, but this time it comes out black, which means it's a counterfeit. I had never encountered one before, so I scribbled on it some more just to make sure that the ink really wasn't transparent. I then tell the customer it's a counterfeit bill, who seems very flustered and tells me that he just got it from the bank. I show the bill to him and scribble on it a bunch more with the pen and explain that the ink should be transparent so he clearly could see that it's not real. I hand the bill back to him and ask if he has any other method of payment, and then when putting the pen back I realize I'm actually holding a SHARPIE. Not a counterfeit checker pen like I thought. This means that I literally just took a $100 bill from the guy, scribbled all over it with a Sharpie, and handed it back to him. I also probably really embarrassed him by basically accusing him of using counterfeit currency. I awkwardly ask for the bill back, apologizing profusely, and explain my fuck up to him, and then I have to get my manager to make sure I can still take the bill with all the Sharpie scribbles on Benjamin Franklin's now unrecognizable face, which was also a very fun conversation. Luckily the guy was pretty cool about it. She said we could still take it. But yeah, I basically just really embarrassed this guy and almost shorted him $100. Too long didn't read. I embarrassed a customer paying his phone bill with a $100 bill by mistaking a Sharpie for a counterfeit pen and telling him the bill was counterfeit. I did the same thing once. Someone had left a liquid eyeliner in the pen cup at work, oddly similar to our bill checking pen. I really destroyed that bill! Embarrassing surely, but these things happen. I'm glad you explained it to the customer, so that's well done. Would have been fun if the manager said certainly we can't take a $100 bill with all these scribbles over it! That's actually quite comical. And I've been in that awkward position of being careful how to say something without actually accusing someone. This is a great story. Is your policy not to keep the bill? A lot of stores have to take it and hand it to the police. That would have been a lot worse for the customer and a lot more embarrassing for you. We were told by local police not to take anything from a customer, even a counterfeit bill, for exactly this reason. Had they held the bill in this case, the customer could press charges for depriving them of their property. It would also mean a lawsuit. Guess that's the benefit of Australian currency. Plastic notes, baby. Draw a big scrotum on it if you like. Bit of glass cleaner and it's gone. Canada here, same. Today I fucked up by avoiding the doctor for weeks and treating my butthole my way instead. In my defense, the nurse said I really knew my stuff. My ass has been itchy for a few weeks. Guess I can breathe now, that's out there. Reason why was a mystery though. I've googled and suspected swamp ass and bought products to handle it. Didn't scratch. I thought I was just about in the clear. Dear God, last night was a whole nother level. 3 AM I'm jumping out of bed, smearing diaper cream on my ass, wiping that off, trying hydrocortisone, ouch, jumped in the shower to rinse that off, busted out the hairdryer and covered my bathroom in cornstarch trying to dry out my insanely irritated sphincter. Long story short, the house is a mess, but urgent care doesn't open until 8, so I crawl into bed and get an awkward 2 hours of sleep. Drive to urgent care. Wait a while. Nurse comes in and asks the usual. I say no, I haven't had anal sex. Say no, I haven't had sex. She goes, well, it could even be from an interaction a few months ago, at which point I really emphasize how little sex I've had this year. Then we move on. She asks if I want to simply pull my pants down or change into a robe first, as if changing my clothes would somehow reduce the intimate shame I was about to experience from this unusually attractive woman staring into my red eye. She confirms it's probably a yeast thing from swamp ass. I'm thin and have good hygiene, I swear to God I'd what's wrong with my body. She tells me my pharmacy will have the prescription in 30 minutes. Super nice lady. I'm in pain but starting to feel like a happy camper. I pay copay. Side note, but this part truly sucked. Bye for now, Cyberpunk 2077 lol. Then I head out, and my ass is dancing all over the car while I drive cause I can't get comfortable with hives all over my thighs and butt. Got to the pharmacy, but considering I didn't want to scratch my crack in public, I called before walking in to verify it was ready. Feel smart for that. They couldn't fill a prescription. Fuck. Called another pharmacy and they could do it in 3 hours. Great. Just enough time to get home, then have to turn around again. So instead of doing that, I spent 3 hours in my car suffering like you wouldn't believe. God, it burns and stings. Anyway, this is supposed to feel better in a week or two, but it took me 12 hours to get something for relief and it's barely worked. I'd cower why this happened. Bullshit way to end 2020 if you ask me, haha. Too long, didn't read. I trusted the internet for medical advice, which was right, but I still should have seen a professional. You may be confident there's absolutely no chance it's fungal, but life finds a way. Simple explanation. Yeast grows anywhere that is moist and warm. The ass is a favorite spot for it. One's back should not simply start sweating at the age of 26 though. Unnatural, I tell ya. You may want to try underwear that's not as tight. I know it can be a big factor for me. Edit, and also cotton, so it's breathable. Plus sleep nude. It allows your butthole to breathe, so to speak, and air. I have an undiagnosed, the doctor put in on IBS because she couldn't pinpoint what else it was, gastrointestinal issue. Every once in a while I get an irritated / itchy / grazed butthole alongside a bunch of other issues. Doing nothing means it can last for weeks. Sleeping nude as well as keeping it clean and dry makes it settle down within days, and fully go in a week usually. Sleeping nude is bliss when it happens. Have you been eating a lot of cashews recently? Anal itching from eating poorly processed cashews is a real thing. No, because, a friend told me. My husband had this happen to him. He just assumed he was allergic because I was eating the same cashews and nothing happened to my booty. Are you saying he could possibly eat cashews again? Cause he was genuinely sad when he gave them up. This may sound strange, but test your blood sugar. Yeast loves sugar. A diabetic with high blood sugar excretes excess sugar via pretty much all bodily fluids. I never had a yeast infection until I had sex with a dude that was diagnosed diabetic the next week. I know another guy that started getting weird yeasty rashes and then felt really sick. A trip to the ER led to labs which led to a diabetes diagnosis. I gotta say, of all the symptoms of diabetes, the ability to get yeast infections at the drop of a pin is the only thing that has ever truly bothered me since my diagnosis. To me, that's when it just feels like it's kicking a dead horse. Like, you already turned my life upside down, why do you have to give me a god-awful rash from hell too? I'm surprised they didn't rule out pinworms. Is the itching worse at night? That's when they come out to lay their eggs. A few doses of Pyrantel, available OTC, would be a good test.